Oh my god, I'm out of focus. Focus! Okay, here I am. It's Quinn. Hi, Witchy Ones. I'm just going to finish with part 2 of my challenge that I got to. It's like 16 questions, except it's not those 16 questions. It's the ones that I got from Random Witch, who is awesome, by the way. Check out her channel. I'm sure you probably got here through her channel, but if you didn't, check out her channel. She's really great and not as random as her name implies. So, just to finish things off, because, you know, I did such a long post yesterday. It was like 10 minutes, so I'm going to try to keep this to 5, because I know, like, why do you want to watch, like, 20 minutes of me introducing myself over 2 videos? It just seems a little excessive. So the next question I have from her is, if you started watching witchy YouTubers, who are your favorites? Well, actually, yeah, that's, so there's one person in particular that really has helped me a lot. Her videos are so inspiring and so amazing, and I've watched a lot of them, like shocking amount. Like she has such a huge catalog of videos, and I've gone through so many of them. It's nuts. Kelly Ann Maddox is amazing. She is truly incredible. She has really helped me by introducing me a little bit more to Jung and shadow work and that concept, because while I've been familiar with Jung and Jungian archetypes, I haven't actually tried to use some of Jung's ideas in my life. And so by watching her videos and seeing her talk about shadow work and how she goes through that, and giving suggestions as to what I could do, I started doing it, and it's really been helping. So I've got a lot more to do. You know, I think it's just a long process, but her videos have really helped me. So she, I think, is my absolute favorite YouTuber. Random Witch is great. I also really enjoy, there's Donna Lay, who has a really great, Tribe Beyond Worlds is the name of her channel, and she does Lenormand readings. You know, kind of like, I don't know if you've heard of Lenormand, but it is a card divination system that, if I'm not mistaken, actually does predate tarot, or at least the modern tarot that people do now. So anyway, it's really interesting. It's like a pictographic kind of card system where the cards actually, their meanings feed into one another. And Donna Lay is so great at explaining all of it to people who aren't familiar with it. And I just really like her style and the way that she talks about the readings she does. So I just like watching her, especially for inspiration as to how I might relate to clients. It's really inspiring. So anyway, those are the main people that I'm always hungry for new videos from. The next question is, do you have a favorite witchy movie or TV show? That is pretty simple. Practical Magic, the movie, you know, the one. I really love that movie. I've loved that movie since ever it came out, and I watch it at least once a year. I'm a big fan. And yes, I like The Craft a lot, but it's not like my #1 movie. To me, it's Practical Magic, and I still think it is fun and romantic. If you can't tell, I'm a very romantic person, because that's my first movie that I think of. As far as television goes, no, not really. I love sci-fi and fantasy, but as far as portrayals of witches go, not really a fan of anything that's been on television. I don't think it's very accurate, or at least according to what I think is accurate. But anyway, I digress. Next question. What is your personal opinion on pop culture's view on witches, pagans, heathens? I kind of started talking about that already, so that's kind of funny. I'm not a fan of many of the portrayals. I know that there's a lot of information out there that's not correct, or at least is quite unkind to witchcraft. I don't think so. When I first came out to my mom, for example, her first thought was really of the pop culture sort of stuff. So she was really kind of trepidatious at first. She's like, okay, that's interesting. But, you know, as I've explained more of it to her, she's been wonderfully, wonderfully supportive. Hi, Mom. I'm sure you're watching this. And I love that. I'm very lucky that the people that I care about are able to go beyond those typecasting sorts of things that you see in popular culture. And I understand why it exists, and it's fun to a certain degree. It's like a mythos that, like, perpetuates itself, but it doesn't do any favors to, you know, the people who practice it as their spiritual practice. So yeah, I'm not a really big fan of it, but I think it's, like, it can be fun. Like, I saw The Witch, for example. Did you see that movie? That movie was fucking scary. I thought it was really scary. And I definitely don't think it did any favors to people in witchcraft. But it also didn't do a huge amount of disservice either. It was very particular in, like, kind of what it was. And what was particularly scary was really just, like, the weird religious views of the people in it. Never mind. Just go watch the movie. Tell me what you think. But yeah, that concludes my follow-up to, so it's part 2 of 2 of Random Witches challenge. And so here we go. This is me. I'm sure if you watch or subscribe to my channel, you will find that you learn a lot more about me, and that I'm, you know, pretty much what you see is what you get. Anyway, cheers and blessed be.